Good afternoon, friends. My name is Ruby Wire.
And my name is Emerald Wire.
And welcome back to the Classy Cocktail Review, a show where he and I review some not so classy cocktails in a very classy manner. Using the book!
This book by Paul Nor. Get off the bar. This book by Paul Nor catalogs 11,000 different cocktails. So as always, we're gonna make one for you.
Hurt. I got the bar lines right on my grundle.
At least you didn't split your pants.
You're right. Ooh, in order to decide which drink we're making from this book, we're spinning the wheel. This has all the categories in the book, so
that's right.
You spun last? The gentle spin.
I was very gentle.
Right. I'm gonna be gentle too.
Speaking of ripping your pants, rip the wheel.
Gentle rips.
Gentle rip.
Beyblade, Beyblade. Let it rip.
It's like using a seam ripper to split your pants.
Yeah, 19 again.
Oh, good.
Another bomber.
2 bombs back to back. Great.
All right. Pick a number between 962 and 967.
A random number between
Is this the smallest section?
962 and 967 is
might be.
962.
962.
All right.
The start.
Yeah. On page 962, we have 6 cocktails to choose from.
Oh my God, we're gonna get that one.
That'd be crazy.
Pick a number between 1 and 6.
A random number between 1 and 6 is 6.
This is the most basic season we've ever done.
This is like the classic drink season.
Because we just got the Boilermaker.
The boiler. What on earth is happening today?
So we've got the cement mixer this season. We've got your classic Long Island iced tea. And now we've got a Boilermaker.
This is insane. This is not rigged. These are, for the most part, randomized. This is crazy.
This is insane. All right, so Boilermaker. Shot glass beer mug. 1 shot whiskey, beer. Fill shot glass with whiskey, drop full shot into mug of beer, and drink immediately.
You know, I've been saying that I've never had a Boilermaker and I've wanted to do one, so I'm glad that we are. It's just insane that we've managed to pull it for this season after all the other ones.
That is crazy.
I don't know what is happening.
So we're gonna have to pick our whiskey and our beer.
Okay.
I think there was a traditional whiskey that they use in a Boilermaker, so I'm gonna look that up and see what I can find.
Okay.
I may not have the specific whiskey, but I might have something that has a similar profile to it. For beer, let's see what we've got on hand.
We probably want a light beer for this.
Yeah, we've got Miller Lights, we've got Bud Lights. We could use either of those.
What about Michelob's? Do we got more Michelob's?
We've got a 16-ounce can of it.
Versus 8-ounce beers?
I think they're
12
ounces. Oh. Hold on, where does this say?
Oh.
Gotta say it somewhere.
We'll do whatever. We'll make it work. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what whiskey we want to use first,
Yeah,
but
see if
we'll
there's a
use a
traditional way
light
for it.
beer.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we're going on with more classic drinks.
All
you know
right.
what's crazy is that we have a classic drink season that we've been thinking about, and I'm pretty sure the Boilermaker was on it, so now we don't have to do that.
Yeah, true.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Hey, look, this one is basically a Boilermaker, but it tells you specifically what to use: Crown Royal and Budweiser.
Huh. Oh, that
Anyways.
one sounds good.
Ooh.
Come on, we get the fun sections and we get too simple. Whatever.
all right.
We'll see you back at the bar. Well, if you saw the last clusterfuck, welcome back to another one.
We're back with our classic Boilermaker. Now this is a very popular one. I know, Mr. Wire, you said that you haven't tried one of these yet.
And I've been wanting to. This is one that I have wanted desperately to try, and I'm so glad that we get the opportunity to without having to manufacture a reason to.
Exactly.
It showed up just naturally.
Except we're using Bud Light.
Whatever.
So typically for a Boilermaker, we did do some research. You will use a rye whiskey. That's what was traditionally used. So we got some rye. We got the Old Forester 100 proof rye. I'm excited to use this. And you will also use a lager for the beer. Bud Light is technically a lager. It's a light lager. So we had it on hand, so that's what we're going to use. Bud Light's a light lager.
Does it say that?
I don't know. But it is.
But it is.
But it is.
Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Big fans.
Almost a gram of protein.
Really?
I guess I gotta have 120 of these.
1 million
1
beers.
million beers.
All right, we're gonna do a how-to again. Now that we have a real glass, how do you pour a beer into a pint glass out of a can?
It really doesn't matter.
I've seen people do it like, how do they do this?
Unless you're doing like Guinness
way?
or another stout,
Oop, I did that wrong.
it doesn't matter that much. Now, some people do say you want to get the foam on top. I kind of like that method because when the foam comes out, that means it's not all going in your gut. You won't feel as bloated afterwards. So you just go straight in like that. But again, it's personal preference. There's other ways to do it.
I think mine worked better.
It did, as far as getting it poured faster.
All right.
But I got more of the carbonation out. So I'm gonna feel great after this. Your stomach's gonna be gurgly.
What if I could crush it against my head?
Do it.
No.
No,
One of these days I'm gonna get you a bottle to crush it against my head. Just crush it.
Wait. While we wait for this to go down a little bit, let's go ahead and get our Old Forester. You wanna give
And-
this a smell?
I do. And as with all of our drinks, we'll be rating this in the same 3 categories: appearance, taste, and whether or not we would drink this again. Whoa!
It's 100 proof rye whiskey.
You can tell.
You want to sip?
No, I'll submit in here.
All right.
We'll try it after the show.
After this show.
If you didn't watch our last episode, the bomber, just a standard bomber, weird. First off,
Yeah.
we didn't do well. We've done a lot of bombers. That one was the most miserable of them, just because of the method of which it was made.
Thank you, Mr. Wire.
You're welcome, Mr. Wire.
Oh, it's overflowing.
spill? Did it
Yeah.
spill?
Yeah.
Aw, damn.
Just a little bit. It's okay.
There's just a little bit left.
Perfect.
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 But the last one was not good. I'm excited about this one because it's more traditional,
Yes.
and a lot of people have done this. And
A lot of people are probably going to give us shit for using Bud Light as our
Probably.
beer.
You know what?
It's what we had.
Deal with it. If you're so upset about it, do it your damn self.
We should do a night where we try Boilermakers with different beers.
We will not survive.
Sure we will.
We'll do
3 or 4 of them.
17 Boilermakers.
10 Boilermakers.
1 million beers. I've wanted to do this ever since. I'm waiting for your thing to go down, so I'm just telling stories now.
Okay.
I've wanted to do this ever since seeing the original Thor movie.
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene? It's Thor and it's the astrophysicist, not Jane Foster,
yeah, I know
the
you're
other
talking about.
guy.
What's his name? Dr.
Eric Selvig.
Eric Selvig.
That's
Yes.
it.
Yes.
When him and Thor were in the bar, he's like, 2 Boilermakers. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he drops these out and they throw the thing in and they start chugging. I'm like, holy shit, Thor.
Yeah, I forgot about that scene.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. I've wanted to try it ever since then.
Wow, that's been a while.
It has.
Why have we not done this yet?
Now we can, and I'm so excited.
Well, on behalf of Thor and all of the gods on the Norse pantheon, I hope you don't hate it.
a lot of pressure. A lot of gods I can piss off.
That's probably good enough.
Yeah, see, my method was better. Well, faster, I guess.
Faster.
Maybe
yeah.
not better.
I like having the foam on top.
Let's get the appearance.
Yeah.
So
Let's get our thumb
yeah.
now.
Yeah. As for appearance, unlike the last one, I think I like the actual shot that we dropped more than I like the beer.
I also like to see the beer in the beer mug instead of a Collins glass.
What did I give the last one? 3.5 or 3?
Or I don't even remember.
I'll give it a 3.5.
I think I gave it a 2. So I think you gave it a 3. I will go up to a 3.5 on this one.
Yeah. I think
I like the darker color of the rye, and I like the foam on top of the beer, for mine specifically, and the beer mug. It's more of a rustic vibe.
it's traditional.
Traditional, yes.
So going with 3.5 because this feels right.
Yeah.
I just burped Corona.
Oh, good.
Oh no. All right, are you ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this.
Oh hell. All right.
Hey, hold on. You gotta shake my hand before we do this. Good luck.
All right.
Let's go.
Away we go. Oh man, this is optional.
That's a man's drink. Get it all out.
Man, oh man. I see the appeal.
Yeah, right?
I need a napkin, I'm in a mess.
Yeah, you got it everywhere. Where are my napkins?
Oh.
You stole them.
I see the appeal. But I think personally, a weaker whiskey would have been my preference. I got through the beer and I got to the whiskey and I went, uh-oh. you could probably hear, because you can hear the gulps in our mics. Actually,
you probably slowed down.
These are new mics, so you might not, we'll see what happens. But I got to it and I tasted it and I went, I need to breathe for a second. And then I kept going.
It was gulp, gulp, gulp.
Basically. It was, I have feelings.
I like that rye, actually, though. I'm going to give that a 4 on taste.
That was good. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
I got to taste this rye on itself, by itself.
I'm going to give it a 3.5 because it was just such a, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the beers that I like have a very unique flavor to them. Like my favorites are Corona and Michelob Amberbach and Guinness. Mm-hmm. And they all have their own like unique kind of flavors. Bud Light is not a very defining flavor.
No. Well, you could mix it up with a lot of other light beers. Mm-hmm. It is clean and crisp as far as light beers go, which is nice. It does lend itself really well to a cocktail, we have discovered.
I'm going to go 3.5. I think it's above average, but not so great. Would you say 4?
I gave it a 4, mostly because of the whiskey. The rye whiskey is, I actually really enjoyed it.
Now, Drink Again is a different story because I understand why someone wants to do that.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Okay, tell me why.
I think that bombers are one of the most fun ways to have drinks. I think it's one of the most fun types of drinks that we do. I think that a Boilermaker, this has been one of the few, aside from the last one, and simply because of the glasses for the last one, this is one of the only bombers I've had to pause. And it took me, I was like, okay, hold on, what's going on here? And then I was able to keep going.
Well, ingredient-wise, it's much more traditional. It's not as sweet as a lot of the other bombers we've done.
So I'm gonna give this a 4.5 because I get the appeal. It was very fun. Holy shit, that almost fucking killed me.
That's a little dramatic.
A little bit. But for a second I was like, am I gonna keep this down? I made it. We made it. But very fun.
Maker.
Very fun. I'm glad that I finally got to do one of those because I get it. I get it now. I've done it.
I feel like a man, right?
But as with all of our drinks, we recommend that you try this one for yourself. It is such a staple drink. We've had so many really cool staples this season. The instructions and ingredients, very simple, in the description below. While you're down there, join our digital bar, the Discord server, and let us know your own thoughts and ratings both there and in the comments below. And as always,
drink responsibly. That was perfect timing.